Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.
Marshall's ready. A main number 1 underway in less than 5. It's the two-wheel drive modified buggy brought to you by LRP. A main number 1 out on the track. Top qualifier Paul Wynn leading the charge. Got a pair of associates right now running 1 and 2. Brent Thielke in that number 2 spot. You got the TLR RHETT MCNAIR right there behind him in the number 3 spot. These guys had one hell of a battle last year, and here we go again. Paul Wynn in the top spot. Brent right behind him in the number 2. McNair working that number 3. 1, 2, and 3 through the short chute around the 180. Onto the TLR stage, down to J Concepts front straightaway. Paul trying to open up a gap here now on Brent, who is in the number 2 spot. RHETT MCNAIR working at number 3. They're opening up a small gap now on RHETT. Wynn still out in front. Paul Wynn in the associated coming down the front straightaway. J Concepts equipped, leading, followed very closely by the associated of Brent Thielke. 1 and 2 now with a small breakaway here from RHETT. RHETT still sees them. They're just in front, but the gap is growing just a little bit. Now as they come down the front straightaway, that gap now 9/10 of a second between 2 and 3. Paul Wynn in the middle section of the track. 3:40 left to go. A lot of races still to go here. One 40 down, 3:20 left to go. Yep. Guys, return your sponsor sheets to the hobby shop, please. Return your sponsor sheets to the hobby shop. Matthew Martin, I need you to go to the media center. Matthew Martin, please. Paul Wynn right now with the race lead. RHETT MCNAIR now moves his way up into the number 2 spot. 2:45 left to go. Brent Thielke in the number 3. In chase behind RHETT MCNAIR. RHETT closing the gap a little bit here on Paul. Paul going to be coming up on the backside of some lap traffic here. That all yellow buggy race leader directly behind you. I believe that's Clayton Young. Clayton going to pull over, let him go. RHETT MCNAIR now closing that gap now on Paul Wynn as they go down the front straightaway. Paul grabs him a handful of trigger and rockets down the front straightaway. Now enjoying that clean track in front of him. Oh, a bobble there from McNair. That is going to allow Brent now to move up into the number 2 spot. McNair in the number 3. Got lap traffic there just in front of him. Going to clear it now. 1, 2, and 3 with clean tracks in front of them. Just over 2 minutes left to go. Breathing room here for Paul Wynn in A main number 1. One bouncing hard off the wall.
2 minutes left.
One got slammed. Looks like he may be out now. Paul, Brent, RHETT, you're 1, 2, and 3. Paul going down the front straightaway. Got a clean track in front of him for now. He'll be coming up on the backside of Russ Johnson here in just a moment. Brent Thielke closing the gap now for the race lead. Brent on the backside of Paul. Here they come down the front straightaway. Lap traffic now directly in front of our leaders. He pulls over and lets them go through. Thank you, Russ. Brent right there on the backside of Paul as they go through the ski jump. Paul Wynn, long-time racer. Oh, went wide in the corner. Still, oh, man. Trying to power it, and it bit him. We're now going to fall down that number 3 spot. New race leader, Brent Thielke, to the top of the leaderboard. Does RHETT have anything here for Brent? Brent going down the front straightaway. The race gap right at about 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds to be exact. Brent Thielke with the race lead here. A main number 1. Paul Wynn holding on to the 3. Albrico 4. Rona 5. Struley in the 6. Johnson 7. Van Air 8. Young 9. 40 seconds left to go. Turn your sponsor sheets, guys, into the hobby shop. Sponsor sheets into the hobby shop. Matt, did Martin come get his stuff? Matthew Martin? Come get his, no? Matthew Martin, come get your prize. Matthew Martin. Matthew Martin, come get your prize.
Chris Van Air
Race
done.
clock has expired.
David Alberico done.
Brent Thielke looks like he's going to take the win here.
Russ Johnson done.
Here he
Clayton
comes
Young
onto
done.
the front straightaway. And
Philip
it's going to be
Thielke
Brent Thielke taking
Jason
the win.
Rowan done.
RHETT MCNAIR finishing
Marcus
up in the
Scullai
2.
done.
Waiting on
Brent
Paul
McNair
Wynn
done.
in the 3.
Paul Wynn done.
So A main number 1 goes to Brent. All right, guys, put
The
your
race
buggies
is
down.
completed.
Come on out, grab a marshal spot. Go. A main number 2, two-wheel drive modified buggy brought to you by LRP. On the tone, guys, in less than 5. Paul Wynn leading the charge. Oh, man, Brent, right on the start, drove into the wall. Going to have to battle his way back forward. Falls down a few positions now. They're banging and bumming wheels here pretty hard. Trying to get it worked out. Paul Wynn with a small breakaway here. RHETT MCNAIR sliding into the corner. Breathing room here for Paul Wynn. A main number 2 now underway. RHETT MCNAIR in the 2 spot. You got David Alberico in the number 3. TLR right now running 2 and 3. Trying to run down the Associated here. Paul Wynn. Paul Wynn with monster wheelie coming down that front straightaway. Wynn last time by the line. 1.1 seconds up. Going to lose a little bit of time here after the wheelie. Had to kind of let off the brakes there a little bit as he come down the front straightaway. Carrying that front end once again. Man, that reedy power here for Paul Wynn showing out. Carried that front wheel up in the air for almost the full length of the straightaway. Here he comes back to the straight once again. Paul Wynn out in front. RHETT MCNAIR in that number 2 spot. Alberico 3. Rona working the 4. Thielke in the 5. Race number 27. You're going to be coming up next. Race 27 to Tech. You got 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left to go. Paul Wynn right now leading the way. RHETT MCNAIR in that number 2 spot. David Alberico in the number 3. Brent Thielke now up to the number 4. Rona in the 5. Oh, looks like Rona and Thielke may have gotten together for just a moment. I see them. They were piled up in the corner. Not sure what happened there. Thielke now going to work his way past Rona. RHETT MCNAIR half a second back of Paul Wynn for the race lead. Paul going to be coming up on the backside of some lap traffic here in just a moment. Up over the ski jump he goes. Through the short chute, around the 180. On to the front straightaway. Got lap traffic there directly in front of him. That is Shane McCall. Leader coming up behind you. Shane pulls over and lets him go through. Paul Wynn. Oh, Paul Wynn on the wrong side of the pipe, but going to marshal himself. RHETT MCNAIR working his way to the back bumper here at Paul Wynn. RHETT took the win last year here in 40 plus. Paul Wynn down the front straightaway with the race lead. RHETT closing in on him. Alberico in at number 3. RHETT MCNAIR now all over the backside of Paul Wynn here. McNair looking for a way around. Just over 2 minutes left to go. Down the front straightaway. Paul with a lot of power coming out of that Reedy motor.
2
RHETT
minutes
MCNAIR
left.
in the number 2 spot. McNair all over the back bumper here of Paul Wynn. Got a clean truck in front of both of them. 1 and 2 now down the front straightaway. Good race here going on between 2 old school racers. Paul Wynn, RHETT MCNAIR. RHETT MCNAIR all over the backside of Paul Wynn here. Looking for a way around. Paul driving defensively, not letting the inside line open up. He'll be coming up on the backside of some lap traffic. Clayton Young, leaders coming up behind you. Through the berm to go. 1 and 2. Through the chicane now. Up and over the ski jump. Clayton going to pull over, let him come through. On to the front straightaway here for Paul Wynn with 1:15 left to go. RHETT MCNAIR through the berm. Bounces off the pipe just a little bit. Doesn't give up much time. Still keeping in the tracks here, Paul. Down the front straight. Oh, RHETT getting a little squirrely. McNair now having to play catch up here on Paul. 50 seconds left to go. Breathing room here now for Paul Wynn. RHETT MCNAIR in the number 2 spot. Having to play catch up once again. Albrico in the 3, Rona 4, Thielke in the 5. Here comes your race leader. Down the front straightaway with 23 seconds remaining. They got one more lap still to go. RHETT MCNAIR trying to run Paul back down. Paul having a great run. One more lap to go. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Paul down the front straightaway. RHETT trying to close in on him for the final time through the berm. RHETT right there. Oh, Paul gets it wrong. RHETT MCNAIR up into the race lead. Paul Wynn down to the number 2 spot.
Marcus Strulai done. Jason Ruana done.
RHETT MCNAIR going to come across the line and
RHETT
take
MCNAIR
the
done.
win here in A-Main number 2. Paul Wynn going to come home in that
David
number 2
Alberico
spot.
done.
David in the 3, Brent in the 4, and Rona in the 5. That is the race, guys. Everybody
The
is
race is
done.
completed.
40+ two-wheel drive modified buggy brought to you by LRP. A-Main number 3 on the way here in less than 5. And here we go. It's going to be Paul Wynn leading them off after qualifying. Right now we got RHETT MCNAIR with the win. BRENT THIELKE with the win. Paul Wynn right now leading the way. A little bit of a bobble there for Brett. That's going to allow RHETT to slip past. Here goes Paul Wynn down the front straightaway. Paul Wynn with the speed in the Associated had 2 bobbles, 1 bobble in each main. Had put him back a little back in the field, but he's going to be looking for redemption here in A-Main number 3. He's leading the way, 30 seconds down, 4:30 left to go. RHETT MCNAIR in the TLR, putting the pressure on the backside of Wynn. Oh, Wynn into the pipe. That's going to allow RHETT now to slip past. RHETT having a little bit of trouble as well, bouncing off the pipe. Paul Wynn now back up into the race lead. RHETT MCNAIR right there on the backside of Paul Wynn, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, Wynn goes wide in the corner. That's going to allow Albrico now to slip past up into the number 3 spot. TLR right now running 1 and 3. Associated running 2 and 4 is Jason Rona. Now, oh, Rona and Albrico going to get together after Albrico snags the pipe. RHETT MCNAIR coming down the front straightaway. He took the win in A2. Or excuse me, I can't remember if it's A2 or A1. Doesn't matter. He's got to win in one of the A's. Paul Wynn now all over his back door trying to find a way around. RHETT MCNAIR coming down the front straightaway, trying to pull away here from the Associated of Paul Wynn. TLR on top of the leaderboard right now at 40+. Modified buggy. Working the middle section of the track. It is MCNAIR and Wynn pulling away a little bit here from Thielke. Thielke in that number 3 spot. Trying to run down Wynn. Down the front straightaway they go, 1 and 2 very close together. MCNAIR pitching it sideways. Coming off that tabletop. Able to hold on to the top spot. Be coming up on the backside of some light traffic here in a couple of more corners. Down the front straightaway. Man, Paul right there on the backside of MCNAIR. With 3 minutes left to go. That's 2 minutes down, 3 minutes remaining. Marcus Strulai up into the number 4 now. Oh, Jason with a little bit of a bobble. Roland now gets it back going the right direction. Race leader coming down the front straightaway. Coming up on the backside of Russ Johnson here in just a moment. 2:30 down, 2:30 left to go. Russ going to pull over and let this leading trio pass as Brent now closes up on the backside here of Paul Wynn. Right-hand side of the track as they go down the front straightaway. 1, 2, and 3. Almost equally separated here with 2:20 left to go. Paul Wynn on the wrong side. Oh, Paul nailing the pipe. Lose a position now. Falls down to the number 3, Brent Thielke. Both of them with a win each. Brent and RHETT. RHETT down the front straightaway. RHETT last year took the win here in 40+. Will he do it again?
2 minutes left.
That's 3 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. So Brent took the win in A1. RHETT took the win in A2. A3 on the line right now, currently being led by RHETT MCNAIR. Oh, one upside down in the sweeper. Looks like we got an unfortunate break there for Paul. After a great qualifying run yesterday, Mainstay just not kind to him here. So it's going to be down between RHETT and Brent. Race leader up and over. The big ski jump, now they're all the way over here on the right-hand side of the track, coming on the front straightaway. The age-old battle. To add it once again, it's TLR versus Associated. Problems there for Thielke. That is going to allow McNair a lot of breathing room. TLR on top.
1 minute left.
McNair now with about a 10-second lead here up on the field with 1 minute left to go. Brent now coming down across that start-finish line. Marcus Struley into number 3. Brent right now 7 seconds back of the race lead. There goes McNair across that start-finish line. Just got to keep it on all 4 here for 35 more seconds. Race number 41 coming up next. Indy two-wheel drive coming up next. RHETT MCNAIR coming across the line with 19 seconds left to go. He'll squeeze in 1 more lap here. He'll be the only one that's going to reach that 18th lap. 5 seconds remaining. And RHETT MCNAIR, nobody will be able to deny him. He will take the win overall here in 40 plus modified buggy. RHETT MCNAIR in the TLR on the final turn here, coming on to the front straightaway. It's RHETT MCNAIR taking the win. Back-to-back champion here in the Florida Carpet Champs.
The race is completed.
So it's McNair, Thielke, Strudel, Albrico, and Rona, your top 5.